Hello there, back again. I've had a bit of a chop for the summer, getting a bit hot out in the shed, so I thought I'd shear it off. Anyway, this video here is only a short video, it's a quick restoration really. RDK wanted me to do a Land Rover. Well, I found one in my bits box with all my rubbish. I found the base plate, but I couldn't find no seating. I found the glass. It's already been drilled out, as you can see. I've got to just drill down through the post. But I've managed to find a little seating part out of something else to put in there in replacement for it. I mean, it'll do the job. I mean, from what you can see from the outside, it'll look alright. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Right, we've got all our parts here. Not a bad looking example, but there's a hole actually on the front of this one. I'm going to have to fill that up with something before we respray it. There is something actually in there. I might be able to just blob something in there to finish that off. Anyway, I've got the screen here, and as you can see, it's not in a very good state. There's bits of paint on it, there's scratches all over it. Now this paint, I've been told Dettol is a thing you can get paint off with without damaging the plastic. I know you can use brake fluid, but I thought I'll try this. I mean, I haven't got the proper Dettol, I've got this stuff here, surface cleaner. So I'm going to try some of this and that on there and see if it does. Well, if it says surface cleaner, then you know, you'd think it would clean it, but who knows? If I get this to unscrew, I don't think I'm going to actually. If I squirt something like that, it's just as quick. Doesn't look like this squirter wants to work, does it? Now, I'm going to have to take the top off. You have to give me a sec, folks. Right, I actually got the top off in the end, and I'll put a bit in here. I'm going to leave this soaking for, say, I don't know, 2 hours. I don't know how long you're supposed to leave it, but I'll leave that and put that aside for now, and we'll come back to that and see if it works, see if it does do what they say it does. Not promising anything, but there you go. So anyway, next job, strip this, get the paint off, and we'll get it resprayed. Right, so we've got this all nicely cleaned up. Base plate all ready to go. Now I said to you I was going to fill that hole up, but I've had a better idea. I've found an old axle and I've cut it, and what I've done is put a spare wheel on there. So I'm going to push that through the hole and have the spare wheel on there like that. I think I'd have looked, because I think it's supposed to have been one there before anyway, but I didn't have one. But there's another little piece I found to add to the restoration, and there's also something else I found. Bear with me, I don't know where these come from, but they look a bit like bales of hay. So I thought, well, they're off for some sort of background thing for a model car thing, I think. I was going to spray them up yellow, or paint them up yellow, and have it as a, you know, he's taking his hay around in the field. So there's another thing we can add to it to make it more interesting. So anyway, let's get this one sprayed up and get on with the next bit. Well, base plate. I'm going to put my little things on. I'll use some old ones. You can use these over and over, these bits of straw. It's a brilliant idea. And you've got to push them on like that. And you can just carry on using them over and over again. So they really get crappy, I suppose. But, I mean, I'm having no trouble with them yet. They seem to stay pretty hard once this paint's been on them. They don't go out of shape. So I'll get this masked up. It's a lot quicker and easier than wrapping loads of tape around the wheels. And then that's done. And you just spray it down on that, done. Right, anyway, let's get on spraying it. Alright, as you can see, I've got my spray stand, my bit of wood. So let's get on with doing this base plate. Got a nice grey. That'll look alright once it's been glossed up, or not glossed up, lacquered up. That'll be okay. Right, I've actually already given this a nice undercoat because the body was a bit poor, so I thought I'll put a light undercoat on just to smooth it out a bit better. So anyway, I've gone for a green. So here we go. Nice dark green, so I've got to do it in my doorway again, folks, because although it's a nice day, there is a slight touch of wind. So at least it's a nice breeze anyway, it's not boiling hot as it has been down this way. So give the back a good sorting out. Yeah, I think that should do it for now. Let that dry. Looking better than it was anyway, already. Alright, let's check out the windscreen and see if that stuff's managed to clean it a bit. Right, as you can see, it's all been lacquered, and I've done a lovely dark green. It's like a pearlescent paint as well, so it's got a nice pearlescent finish on it. So we'll let that one dry off, and we'll see how our screen's doing. Well, I don't know if this is going to work, folks, but what can I use? I need one of them bud things, don't I? Got one here somewhere. Well, let's get it out. I'll find it. I'll come across it in a minute, I expect. Right, what I'll do, I'll try my fingernail first. Because usually your fingernail is the best thing. Oh, it's coming off pretty easy, actually. Hey, this works. Somebody said you meant to use Detto. Well, I haven't used the proper Detto. The one I got is called Surface Cleaner. Well, I suppose it's still got Detto in it. I mean, look at that paint though. It's coming off. And that's just using my nail on it. It's like, it softens it up somehow. Well, there you go. So it must be true about the Detto then. Whether that does it any better, who knows. Anybody out there, let me know in the comments. If you try it out. If you do any windscreens and use a Detto, let me know how you get on. I mean, this surface cleaner one seems to have done alright. I mean, all I've got to do on this is give it a bit of a polish. Once I've got all the actual paint off of it. See, even that blue paint's coming off of that. Oh well, I'm pleased with that. Didn't think that was going to work so easy as that. It hasn't been in that long. It's been there about, I don't know, a couple of hours. While I've done all the rest of the other bits. It's got rid of it. Right, so now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and polish these. I don't know if you can see that. If I wipe this off a minute. get rid of that. I'll just give it a quick wipe off in a minute. Get all the rest of the dampness off of it. Better if I wash my hands actually. I'm going to get me little park side on it in a minute. I had a problem with that one just now. In the last hour while I've been waiting and finishing off the other old bits, the bloody switch on the back packed up and it wouldn't switch off. So I managed to find one. This is the switch I'm talking about. I know this has nothing to do with the video, but this one here, bloody, it had a little tiny switch, and it was so flimsy, it's unbelievable really. It was Parkside now, it's a cheap one, but got it working again. I found this one here off of a light fitting, and I cut the O a bit bigger, soldered that one on there. There's this heavy duty one now, so he shouldn't go again. So let's leave he be a minute. Right, I've got some, I've seen this being used on other videos, and it's metal polish. It's not very dear, so I'm going to have a go with that now and try that out on this screen and see how it comes out. I'm going to put it on my little wheel on there, and I'm going to have a go at that and see if I can get rid of these. See if you see there, that. See them scratches? I'm going to try and get rid of all that and all these scuff marks, and then once it's been dipped in the solution, it should be like a brand new one. So anyway, might as well take these off now. I'll finish painting this. Take me wheel cover things off. Look at that, look. See how easy it is, look. Instead of wrapping loads of tape around the wheels, you just use that straw. That's all I've used, is just that little bit of straw there, and I've done loads of cars with that. I've still got that piece, and I've got another 2 of them. I haven't even touched them yet. You can use them over and over again. Once you've done your little bits like that, you can use that again. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. So I keep all of them, and I use it again now for the next restoration. There's the base plate all done. He can have his tyres put on in a minute. I've done my bows of A, and there's the that there. I think I'm going to have to glue that to the bottom of this somehow, because I don't think it's going to stay there else. I might have to like glue that piece on there, and hopefully it'll shut up straight when I've closed it all up. I'll figure it out somehow how to do that. If I can bend that piece, I can just glue that piece onto there. But anyway, we'll do that when we get to it. First thing, I've got to clean this screen. So I just put a little bit on here. Bit there. And then get the O. Hang on. I've done this before, made this mistake. Rub it in a bit first. Otherwise it spits everywhere. I've had that happen before now. Give it a good rubbing. Right, now we'll go for it. Very lightly. You mustn't be too heavy with this because you're going to burn the plastic out. That's why I've got it on a low speed. Hopefully it will work. Well, people, I'm afraid that's the best it's going to get. There's still a little bit there, but I can't get it out. Hopefully, once it's been dipped, then that might do the trick. So we'll give it a dip in the magic solution, and when we've let that dry overnight, hopefully that'll be nice and shiny. But I've done the best I can with getting the marks out of it. I've got one in here already what's been cleaned up. That's a previous screen that I've cleaned up for a Citroen. That's looking nice. Hopefully this Land Rover screen will come out just as good as that. So anyway, let's give it the dip. Now am I going to do this? I'm going to stand it flat. Hopefully it'll come out as good as that screen I just took out of there. We won't know until tomorrow. Well, for you it'll be a few seconds, but because the next bit will be putting the old Landy back together. So anyway, let's carry on. So this is the next day for you. Like I said, a couple of seconds. Sorry for you lot. Anyway, since then, this is dried off now, all the varnish, the clear coat. It's gives a nice hard finish, and in the meantime, I came out in the evening and I painted up the bumper and the grille with the silver, so that's all done out of the way, and put a little bit on the back. And also, the glass was dry, and that's come out pretty good. And I said I'd find a way, and I've stuck that on the bottom. Bent that over, stuck it on the bottom of the glass so that won't fall out. So we've got our seating. So all we've got to do now, put it together. So let's get on and do that. Right, I'm going to put the glass in first. That'll just drop in like that. Pretty easy. There's nothing really complicated about this one. There's only one thing I've got to point out with this one, what I had a few problems with. When I said I had to drill these posts down, well, you only got as far as there that on that one, so you've got to be very careful not to go through. Because there's only like about, I don't know, 7 or 8 mil you can go down. And this one's even less, because it can go through the actual bumper lap. So you've only got like about 3 mil there. But I managed to do it bit by bit and just get a little bit in there. And I've got the rivets cut according to the size. I'm using some different ones today because I'm getting low on my rivets. So that one there is cut to go into the back one. And this one here is cut even smaller, shorter, just to go into there. But what I'm going to do is do the same as what I've done on the Thames Airborne Caravan thing, the Ford Thames Airborne Caravan thing. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the actual bottom of here, so that'll hold it a bit better as well. And the rivet really is just for cosmetic purposes, like just to cover it up really. So anyway, let's do that a minute. Get me glue. This is people mentioned about this. If you're using super glue, the tops, they always get clogged up every time you want to use them next time. So I never use them. I just unscrew the top of the bottle and I get me a little bit of wire, and it's a lot easier to do it this way. And you just dip your bit of wire in, bit of glue on the end of that, put a bit there, and just do it like that. And it's a lot easier and more controlled to do it that way. Well, I think so anyway. I mean, everybody got their own way, but I'll put a bit around there as well. Everybody's got their way of doing things, but I find that's the easiest way to do it. So, there's a little tip for you. Alright, now we just drop that on there now. Let's just hope this is going to go on alright with the seating and the glass, because I've only customised that seating and the glass. And I'll just hold that for a sec. Right, now, as I said, these rivets are cut for certain holes here. So that one there, the bigger one, goes in the bottom hole, and that one there goes in the top. And that should be enough to hold it, because I've glued the odd bits, as I said, to help it along. So that should do that. Now all I've got to do is put the old back lights on, and then we can call this one finished. Well folks, I said this was going to be a little short video. I haven't got a before shot of this, because as you know, it was all in bits. It was just rubbish out of my rubbish box really. But I don't think it's come out too bad in the end. I forgot to say I've got to put the tyre on as well as do the lights. So I've done that. I've only pushed it on. It's pretty tight on there. And you got these bales of hay in the back, all ready to go up the field. So I can't remember the proper name of who asked me to do this one, but I hope you've enjoyed it. And till the next time, I should be seeing you. Goodbye from now.